gotta know my name. Watch me break you down. Show you what I'm made of. Let them all know the people's champ is back. Ready for battle, ain't nothing better than that. When the bell ring, I'll be ready to attack. Let them all know the renegade is back. Always ready for whatever, whatever. Never scared, never run, never, never. You got me, so I got you forever. We always ready for whatever, whatever. Always ready for whatever, whatever. Always ready for whatever, whatever. We always ready for whatever, whatever. Watch me break you down and show you what I'm made of. Show you what I'm made of. Watch me break you down and show you what I'm made of. Watch me show you what I'm made of. Watch me break you down and show you what I'm made of.
Welcome to another episode of the N.O.W. Tonight we do have a very special guest with us, as promised. The man behind the myth, the Hardbody Harper.
Emphasis on hard.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. So how you doing this evening, Hardbody?
I'm doing great, bro. Thanks for having me out here with y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for
that's
coming
cool.
on. So, for starters, coming up October 6th,
That's right.
the Revolution Rumble.
Y'all gonna be there?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all better.
I think we actually finally got our count last night of who all's going. So I
Which
can
is
get
what?
the damn
Which
tickets.
is who?
It's 8 of us, I think.
No shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is Dave going?
Yes.
Fucking Popeye.
So, for starters, with the Royal Rumble or the Revolution Rumble,
That's right.
there's isn't it 20-man
Yeah.
Rumble?
I mean, the number can change.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first one that I saw,
Yeah.
there was like 25 people
Uh-huh.
actually. So there's a Rumble.
That's
that
right.
happens
The
in
Revolution Rumble.
Yes.
And the winner it gets to take on how's it shit. The last two guys, the last two men wrestle in an actual wrestling match. It's
Yeah,
almost
like it starts off as over the top,
right.
and then at the very end of it, the last two it
Ding
becomes
ding, the bell
ding
rings, and we have a match.
ding. Yeah.
And the winner is the number one contender for the Revolution title.
Yes. The only question I had regarding that rule, do you know offhand, is there a situation where, like, let's say on October 6th, Kojak Sly enters the Rumble,
That's right.
wins the Rumble,
Can
he essentially cash that in right then and there
I mean,
and say, hey, I don't want to wait. I want my title
that's
shot
a good
right now."
question. Are you the first person to ask me that?
You know what I mean?
I
Does
guess
it have like that
theoretically-
stipulation,
Yeah,
kind of like the
Money in the
WWE
Bank.
Money in
Right.
the Bank?
Theoretically, yeah, that could happen. That would suck for Johnny, huh?
Yeah.
Little shithead.
So, your man Kojak,
Kojak Sly. Big and black, and he's on the attack.
just a few weeks
You
ago.
don't want that. Bernard.
Let's see, what, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Y'all
Yeah.
had a doubleheader weekend.
That's right. We were at St. Gabriel at the Premier Soccer. God, what's it called? The Premier
complex.
Soccer. Right.
And then the following night,
At
y'all
the
were at the
Magnolia.
Magnolia Community Center.
That's right.
And I was at both nights.
Well, thanks for coming out.
I think that those two were, and this isn't just me, like, you know, this is the best show ever.
Stroking my
you know,
chain.
Like,
Yeah.
those two, that whole weekend was probably one of my favorite WildKat events that
Well,
I've
thanks,
ever been
man.
to. You know, and that's including, you know, multiple Revolution Rumbles, multiple Shamrock events.
What stood out to you?
Just how lively the crowd seemed
Yeah.
at both of those events.
The St. Gabriel crowd, a lot of those people, that was the first time, they were looking at us. So,
But even the fans that traveled,
yeah. Which is
they were
awesome.
all very eccentric
Yeah.
to be there.
Isn't that great? I mean, we got fans that would jump on the interstate and drive an hour
Yeah.
to our shows. That's cool.
Yeah, and I know that there's a handful of folks that travel from Baton Rouge
Right.
when y'all have events down here.
I know, huh?
That they're big fans of, some of the guys in WildKat that were, I guess, raised in those areas.
Yeah, no, Johnny Flex, Jace Valor.
Well, hell, what's his name?
Mike the Tiger.
No, the other one from Mobile Home Mob.
Oh, Bubba?
No,
From
Swear to God, I'm gonna throw my shoe at you.
yeah, I see his fucking face.
Yeah, no.
Blonde
God, I
hair.
feel like such
Yeah.
a dick. What the?
He was on tough enough.
Yeah.
How are we going?
ZZ.
ZZ. There you
ZZ,
go.
Jesus
thank you.
Christ.
Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
The fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Fucking ZZ.
I mean, he's what, somewhere down by like Pierre
I
Part
think
or
he's
something
like,
that,
I think he's from around Thibodeau or Houma or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's got some fans that travel for him too.
Yeah, people love ZZ.
So with the Rumble, I'm assuming that there has to be a match with your man in it.
You should assume well.
Uh,
Your inside serve you well.
I'd like to see him versus Edgerrin.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some unfinished business there.
I would like a full head of hair and Jennifer Love Hewitt's home phone number, but I'm not going to get that, am I?
Well, we can get on that. I mean,
Yeah.
let's see. So I'm hoping that we see something announced with that in the future.
All I can say is to be announced.
Okay. All right. I can
We'll take that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can take that. Let's see. At the Magnolia event, you came out with the flipper.
That's right. The
which,
big flipper.
Yeah, the big flipper, which you got from your last appearance here
That's right.
on the N.O.W.
Yeah. I saw that thing. I was like, how can I use this thing, man? How can I use the big flipper? I was like, you know what? I'm going to come out with this thing. So...
The reaction that you got from me, I was dying laughing. And you had sent me a message prior to the show saying, guess what's making an appearance? And I didn't see it. Like, I guess I got it right when I was getting in there. And, how it is.
Right, yeah.
You're getting your snack together. You're shaking hands with everybody, checking out merch,
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see it until after the match happened. And I was going to go send a message to Crazy because Crazy got that was initially Crazy's big flipper. And he was like, this is the donation to the show.
Yeah, because I had it in my car, and and then I asked Luke, I was like, dude, can I bring this out? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to do it.
Well, and it worked so perfectly. You walked out, and I think you threw like a toothpick or something.
I threw my gum.
Yeah, at somebody front row.
I forgot I was chewing gum, and then a fan was like, hey, I was like, it came this close, he landed in his mouth, and man, I so wish it would have.
And as the dude's sitting there like screaming at you, you just pull out the flipper and give him the finger and walk off nonchalantly like that. Oh, God.
I like the big flipper.
So we had talked a little bit about Johnny. Who do you predict could possibly be the one to
win it all?
Yeah.
Kojak.
Hands down.
Well, let me ask you this. Why wouldn't it be Kojak?
On the same note, would Kojak have even bigger aspirations for the WildKat Championship?
Maybe he might have Jay Spade in his sights.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Because I know that as the leader of the House of Harper, you would love to have that WildKat Championship.
Wouldn't that be nice to have that back?
Yeah.
Just think of how many men I managed that had that title.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great to have some gold back.
Yeah. So, do you see anyone on the current roster that you could potentially say they're House of Harper material?
Get some new
possibly?
tenants.
Yeah.
Come to the dark side.
No, what? Come to the great side. I could tell you, we have top of the line talent from top to bottom. So yes, I have been scouting some guys. You know, I like Ryan Davidson. I like his look. He reminds me of like a modern day, almost like a Steve Williams.
Yeah.
I've been looking at him as long as well as some other guys too. So
there could possibly be some new tenants coming in.
Possibly.
Seems like Hardbody's always scouting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as the leader of the House of Harper, you can't stop looking. I mean, you always got to be looking for the best talent.
That's
you can
right.
have, you know. And I mean, you have a great talent with
Kojak.
Kojak right
He's
now.
my foundation right now, if you will.
Yeah.
He's the one holding down the fort.
Let's see. Well, would if you see possibly Kojak more aimed towards the Revolution champion, who would you predict possibly could take down Jay Spade?
Kojak could do that too.
You'd have both belts. You'd be like the Warrior.
Right. Exactly. Remember that? That'd be awesome. We'll call him the Ultimate Kojak.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
There you go.
You'll have both titles. That'll be awesome. He could take down Jay Spade, man. Jay Spade is so freaking overrated, bro.
Well, he has put on some hell of a matches. I mean,
Yeah,
his matches with Matt Lancy, less than a year ago they finished up with.
Whatever. He's a paper champion. How do you call it? A paper tiger?
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's like an Abrams tank with bad credit. You know, he's all jacked up, but he couldn't give you a loan. I'm just saying.
Let's see. Let me get your thoughts on a few of these other wrestlers here. Danny Flamingo.
Old Danny Flamingo, the pride of St. Bernard. I don't think I could let him in the House of Harper because of like code enforcement. He probably wouldn't cut the grass. His dog will be shitting all over the place.
Let's see. The Pump Patrol.
I mean, let's be honest. Kurt Matthews and Jarrett Wayne, they're very accomplished wrestlers, and Johnny's not bad for a girl. But I don't know. You got to wait and find out, man. But they are very talented wrestlers.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
Let's see. Saeed.
Who?
Saeed. I mean, he's not a wrestler.
Did you just bring up
but
the ref?
He's the senior
Did you bring
official. He's the senior official. And let me get your thoughts on the. There's no denying that he was probably the most over thing at Magnolia
Yeah,
School.
whatever. Those people are idiots, man. They cheer for anything. They're like dogs. All you gotta do is get the box of milk bones and just start shaking it, and they respond. Not worrying about what those people like. You just brought up Saeed the ref. You just brought up the ref. That's like having Harrison Ford on your show for the new Star Wars. Be like, y'all got that new cameraman, right?
Yeah.
That guy's awesome. I heard he worked on Lord of the Rings. Come on, bro.
PJ Hawks.
PJ, whatever, bro. Luke's kid.
Well, I'm not even going to ask you your thoughts on Luke. I know your thoughts on him from your last appearance, and you're pretty vocal about your thoughts on him every week on the TV show.
Well, I will tell you, Perry he has come a long way, and he just got back from wrestling in Europe, so I think he has a bright future. But as of right now, I think he might need to just cool his jets a little bit, if you know what I mean. I think his head's bigger than his dad's head.
All right.
Little dork.
Let's see. Buku.
Buku die, whatever, bro. I mean, what do you want me to say? You know, the little friggin' Asian kid. What?
He's very
Asian.
well, he is that, but I think he's very dexterous in the ring.
He's very small and Asian, and he has a stupid hairstyle.
But he's definitely a valid opponent every
For
time
who?
every time I see him in the ring.
Overrated.
All right.
Freaking little fortune cookie.
How about Steve Anthony?
Steve Anthony. I think it's safe to say Steve is one of the best wrestlers out there, but it's just, you notice when he severed ties with me, what's happened since then? That's all I'm going to say.
Well, yeah, he hasn't.
He
had
wanted to
the,
move out the house of Harper, and, you know, he thought his shit didn't stink. He didn't need me. Just saying.
That's a good point.
Could you see? Are you a possible forgiving? You know, could you see anyone that has left the House of Harper allowing them back in?
Look, if someone can help bring me gold, because that's what.
Well, yeah, that's the ultimate
I have
goal.
no problems looking past people's flaws, and maybe extending my handshake, extending my hand to them, and bringing them back. That's all, you know. But as of right now, I mean, no one's knocking on my door that used to be here. So,
Okay.
or put it this way, they might be knocking, but I'm not getting up to answer the damn door for them.
Yeah, you're treating them like the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. I mean, what did they witness anyway?
I'm not sure.
Like, seriously. A murder?
Matt Lancey. How about Matt? What's your thoughts on Matt?
Matt Lancey is a very accomplished wrestler. And I dare say, I think pound for pound, he's probably the best wrestler at WildKat. And once again, he's a former client. And when he was with me, he had both titles, the Revolution title and the WildKat title. So, yeah, I think he's probably one of the best wrestlers there. Better than Luke, that's for damn sure.
So at the Rumble, Luke does have a match versus Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Do you think that Luke stands any chance of...
I hope he dies. I hope Shane kills him. How about that?
Well, they did have a hell of a match in Philly.
Yeah, that was badass. Did y'all watch it?
I did.
On Vimeo?
Yep.
Vimeo.
Let's see. Do you see WildKat doing more live stream things like that?
I would hope so. That would be great. I mean, be honest, I don't know when we'll be going out anywhere soon, you know, outside of our territory. But, yeah, I think that would be great, man.
Yeah, I thought that I enjoyed the opportunity to be able to see the Philly show without having to pay the $5,000 to fly there and back and stay in a hotel. And
you got to see our guys work with people that you never seen them work before.
Right.
Like he had Matt versus Crowbar. I forgot who else. But that's the one that really sticks out in my mind was Matt got to work with Crowbar, which was good for him.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the entire show.
Yeah, I mean it was badass to work in that building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine that.
Yeah,
It's the equivalent of like going to Yankee Stadium and fucking hitting a home run.
yeah, I would say that.
Or Wrigley Field or.
Yeah, they really renovated it since the ECW days, so it's a nice building. Apparently, back in the day, they didn't have freaking air conditioning in it, bro. During the ECW days,
Jesus.
dude, imagine being
Wow.
in that building, no AC,
For like 4 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
for like 4 hours.
surrounded by a bunch of
With like
fucking
5,000
assholes.
people, yeah.
that think deodorant is optional. What the dude? Fuck that.
Wow.
Yeah, Philly's. I mean, whatever. It's all right. It's dirty as shit, man. Y'all ever been there?
No,
No.
It makes New Orleans look like fucking Beverly Hills.
really.
Yeah.
What about Georgia?
Oh yeah.
The-
We had
what,
that show
Cornelia?
in Georgia. That
What were
was
your-
fun. Yeah.
Because that was the original house of WCW, wasn't it?
It was. I forgot what they called.
There was something significant about that.
Is that where they filmed
building.
like Saturday night, like WCW Saturday night, something like that?
I don't
Yeah.
know what they
It was-
filmed there. I know AJ Styles. Like that's where he started out. Was that like that's their thing? That's where
Okay.
AJ Styles first got started and kind of broke into the business. It's a nice little building. That was fun. Yeah, working that show. God, when was that? About a year ago?
I want to say it was like March, something like that. So about half a year.
Oh, what? No,
Yeah.
no, because Mania was around that time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mania was in like April.
Yeah, I think it was about a year ago, man.
I'd have to look at the
Yeah, man. Time goes by, man.
time scroll or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. The mobile home mobsters. What are your thoughts about them?
I mean, look at them. They're white trash from a trailer park.
You can't let them in the house, Harper.
No. Because they'll be having freaking dogs all over the place. They probably got big old pickup trucks with the Salt Life sticker on the back of it. Y'all know what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
Yeah. One of those assholes, right?
Yeah.
And that stupid sticker with the Florida lead that's like a deer and a fucking fish and a duck.
Yeah, I
Probably
know
got
which one
that.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
bruh, fucking shitheads. Don't you hate people like that? Salt Life. Where you go fishing at? In the canal in fucking West Esplanade? Get out of here, bruh.
Let's see. Scott Phoenix. We kind of briefly talked about him earlier.
Scott Phoenix is jacked up, huh?
Yeah.
Too bad he can't wrestle, though. Hey, he's a decent wrestler. I'll give him that. I will tell you this: no one else looks like him at a WildKat. I mean, he looks like a walking superhero.
Yeah, he's super cut.
Yeah, he definitely dedicates his time to the way he looks and to working out. No.
So during all your
he should be back. Yeah,
he's supposed to be fighting
Johnny.
Flex.
Yeah, for the Revolution title.
So in your time with the House of Harper, have there ever been any out of town guests that have come through that you really liked, and
Yeah.
if you could have gotten them to become permanent residents, who would you say would be like your top candidate? Like Scott Hall's been here.
Yeah.
You know,
Bringing Scott Hall, huh?
Scott.
him
Stevie
and Ted
Richards, we see him in and out.
Yeah.
You know, we see
Matt
Hardbody Harper. You know, Matt Hardy's
Hardy.
been
Yeah.
through at one point. You know, Teddy
know who
Long
I-
shows up.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about Teddy. But you know who I really liked was Ken Dixon. As much as
Oh yeah.
yeah, as much of a pain in the ass he was for me, I think he's a very good wrestler. I think he's great.
He had a great match against Johnny Flex. During
Right,
WrestleMania.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like Ken Dixon. Wouldn't that be great to have like Scott Hall and I have Billy Gunn?
Yeah.
It'll be like a damn TV show.
Let's see. With the TV show, you know, every Saturday night at 10 o'clock
10 o'clock
and on Sundays at midnight.
for
UPN.
3 years, bro. 3 years.
Yeah. You play, I guess, both roles. You know, you play two different roles. You're a manager of,
Yeah.
you know, several stars, and you play a key role in
The
the
commentary. That's right.
and even the, I'd say the
Hosted
greeting,
segments.
the
Yeah.
hosting.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah, that's fun to do.
which one would you say you get more enjoyment out of? Being a manager?
I guess managing because I'm out there, but I think that the hosting segments and the commentary is probably the most challenging because, I mean, not everybody gets a chance to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
and that's the one where I'm just like I'm like a total rookie, you know?
well, and you never realize the importance of the commentary until, like, you go to a live event.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, when you're watching Monday Night Raw every week. You know, you're used to hearing,
That's
you
true,
know,
man.
JR and
Yeah.
and
The King.
or whoever, you know, announcing, and then all of a sudden, when you go to the arena or wherever,
That's true, man.
you don't have them telling you that story. It's so important to hear.
It's the same thing with like football games and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're so used to hearing a commentary. But I enjoy it. It's me and Edward King and it with David Powers, and it's fun. I mean, we come a long way from doing that because I think we've gelled to where, you know, we can feed off of each other now.
yeah,
Before it was kind of like we were new and didn't really connect, but now we, you know, we pick up what the other guy's putting down.
yeah.
Yeah, so
And
it's fun.
I find that you have some of the funniest lines
Yeah,
in the commentary. One that always sticks out to me is somebody was from Guam. And you
Yeah.
had this whole conversation about Guam's not even a real place.
it's not. They just made that up, bro. It's a fake country. It's like where the Black Panther's from. Marvel just made that shit up. I like the place where Dr. Doom is from. They just made that shit up, bro. Guam.
Let's see. A few weeks ago, we saw a fan, Mike, who made figurines for.
Oh yeah,
several people.
Mike Labatt.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the figures? Did you like how they came out?
Yeah, I
And-
mean, they look cool looking, huh?
yeah.
They look badass. Wouldn't that be great if we could have like our own toy line?
Well, do you see WildKat possibly doing
That would be badass.
something like
huh?
that? I mean, we constantly see y'all adding different merch things in
That's
there.
true.
You know, like at the last show, the Pump Patrol had pins. You know, like
Dude, yeah, that's-
I see Psycho Gato's making
Oh yeah,
baseball cards and like Wrestle Buddies.
dude. Yeah, that's all Kurt Matthews making all that stuff, man. He thinks up all that stuff for him.
Yeah, I mean,
Those freaking hot, dude. Those freaking hat pins. I think he's so out of them. I don't think he
Yeah.
has anymore.
I bought one. They look super dope.
Yeah, I know,
They look
huh?
super dope.
yeah,
I'd love to see more of the guys doing that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably wear a a House of Harper one, you know?
Would you wear one?
Hell yeah.
One of like the little hat pins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'd
You're
rock
such
that.
a nerd.
I'd rock it on my jean jacket and all, man. Come on.
You'd be like Marty McFly.
Let's see. One question that I did have for you is, were you a little upset that there was not a Harper figure made with that?
Look, I don't have an ego like the rest of these freaking losers. All right, I'm not worrying about action figures and T-shirts and baseball cards and all that. I want one thing: gold belts.
Gold
Guys wear my
belts.
titles. I like
Gold
that.
belts.
I'm not worrying about if I got a damn T-shirt or if I got my own merch table or whatever. Let them mark out on themselves about that. I'm worried about getting titles. That's it.
So,
That's all I'm focused on. I'm not worrying about baby dolls and freaking action figures. This ain't freaking Hasbro.
With it being the wrap up of All In weekend, that this weekend there was a big indie show, All In
Y'all
Chicago.
watched it?
Yeah.
We watched it last night.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
During it, from what we were understanding, obviously sometimes the commentators will embellish it up a little bit, but there was a lot of the times when I would open up my Twitter, it would show like them as like the number one, number two,
Trendiest tweet.
top
Yeah,
trends.
It's good to see someone outside WWE really making waves, huh?
Yeah. Well, do you see that as helping even accelerate the already moving growth of WildKat?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's you can't just have Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You can't just have one brand. So when you walk into Walmart, it can't just be just red Coke everywhere. You gotta have Pepsi. You gotta have 7-Up.
Right.
And that's what I think happened when WWE just took over. They were just Coca-Cola by themselves, and I think it's nice to see Ring of Honor pop up to be like, Pepsi.
Well,
you have an alternative.
but even with the All In, that wasn't even officially Ring of Honor solely.
Yeah,
like
no,
that
huh?
was just
That
Cody
was them.
Rhodes and
Right.
the Young Bucks who were like, "Hey, we heard Dave Meltzer make this weird bet that an indie show can't sell out a huge
A major building.
major building like that."
Well, they did it.
And they did it without even announcing their
right.
a single match in
That
30
badass.
minutes.
Yeah.
And they sold out Madison Square Garden
Yeah.
for Mania Week.
Yeah, that's going to be I think that one's an inner promotion to where that's like Ring of Honor, Lucha, and like New Japan.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully we'll see Shane Taylor involved in that. That's what I hope to see.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Shane Taylor, one of his old partners, Keith Lee. What's your thoughts on seeing some of these guys that you've fought major, had not just like one or two run-ins with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's good
you
to see
worked
guys like
indefinitely
that get a
with
chance to like
Keith,
legit. I mean, not only turn this into a day job, but actually, make a pretty penny doing it. So, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully Shane Taylor would be I guess he is in that same territory now, a worker for Ring of Honor. But,
Yeah.
I hope he keeps on moving up the ladder.
Well, even,
'Cause he's a great talent.
even some of the guys who pass through, who visit WildKat, like we were talking about before the show, Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan, dude.
He's one of the biggest names in
yeah.
the indie wrestling scene right now.
He is one of the biggest wrestlers now, and you don't see him on Mondays, do you?
No.
Or Tuesdays.
And, just like, 6 months ago, something like that? He
Yeah.
was here
He
at
was
WildKat.
the show at King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
He's got the Funko Pop figures and T-shirts at Hot Topic. Good for him. with his big old pecker.
Let's see. Your thoughts on what you're looking forward to the most with Revolution Rumble?
What, Barbie?
Yeah.
The
Barbie
female
Hayden?
match. Dude, she's hot, huh? Ring a ding
Well,
dang, huh?
at the Shamrock event,
Whoa.
she came and she took Laddie's seat, like which was right next to mine, pretty
Yeah.
much. And that was the seat where she was slinging homegirl into it. And,
Yeah.
you
But
know,
she's a walking, talking reason to live, huh?
oh god.
Katie Forbes, too. I like to see her come back.
How is she?
She's
I mean,
right. She's another person that like really just took off, man. I think, as we speak, she's in Australia. You know?
I've seen her doing stuff in India at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
She's
shows
just-
in there.
Isn't that badass?
Yeah, I mean, she's wrestling around the world now. That's great.
I know, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Can you talk about I remember my first WildKat show. It was on the West Bank. Matt Hardy
Oh,
versus
yeah?
Luke Hawk.
Uh-huh.
First one ever. It blew me away. But just how far WildKat has come since then.
I know, huh? It seems we've there's almost like a level where we started out in a freaking bar room in Mid City. There was me and Luke used to be bouncers at that bar, and there was literally bullet holes in the fucking wall. But like, I'm not making it up. They had bullet holes, and there were cockroaches everywhere, dude. It was like Joe's apartment. And then we were in this little shithole bar with like 200 people, and then our attendance kept growing and growing, and then now we average between, I would say, around 1,000, give or take a little, and then we got the TV deal, and it's for My 54. It seems that there's
It's like a
every
snowball.
step.
Yeah.
We keep moving up and moving up and moving up the ladder.
Well, I remember hearing, within the first like month or two of y'all being on, like just seeing Luke out at, the grocery store or something, and just saying, "Hey, how's everything going with the TV show?" And he was like, "We just got the Nielsen's or whatever back. And we're number one on that fucking channel right now.
Yeah. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
So, I
hopefully
mean,
we can just keep on growing and growing and see what happens next, bruh.
Yeah.
Because I think the next level will be in uncharted territory for a wrestling promotion that's wrestles in freaking Metairie at a Grace King. So I'm very excited to see what happens around the corner with us. So
if y'all had to step up from like Grace King
The
and
Superdome.
Meisler,
fucking Superdome.
Superdome,
Yeah. On Sundays, we're going to tell the Saints to, hey, change buildings, bitch. We're taking over.
we're taking over.
Yeah.
There's a new sport in town. WildKat.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the next building would be something like the Hilario Center, right?
Yeah.
Or the Pontchartrain Center.
Yeah, one of those two probably would be the.
Yeah.
And if we brought in the right guys, you could sell that out.
No, easily.
Look what happened in Chicago
Yeah.
yesterday.
True.
Just and again, that was before they even announced a single match.
I
So
know.
all you knew when you were buying tickets was that
The Young
Cody
Bucks.
would probably be
Yeah.
there, and the Young Bucks would probably be there.
Yeah.
Since they were the ones coughing up the.
How much was it
Initial-
exactly? Do they know?
Oh no, they haven't announced it.
Oh.
I mean,
That's a lot of money to rent a building out like that, man.
Well-
That's like renting out the UNO Lakefront Arena or something.
well, to rent out a building that big, plus bring in how many huge talents?
Right,
from,
exactly.
They had some of the top names from New Japan, from Ring of Honor, from NWA, from
I think they had a couple TNA guys.
Yeah.
so they were bringing in guys from all over.
And Cody, man, he's the NWA champion.
Yeah, officially now.
I think that's good for the NWA, man. I like to see them come back.
Well, they're making a lot of strides right
Yeah.
now. I mean, I thought that when TNA was doing their stuff with Billy Corgan,
Yeah.
that I thought that he was starting to bring less, shall we say, shitty storylines
Yeah.
to the equation, and he was making big moves, and then everything with Anthem, I don't know what all happened
Yeah.
there, but when he got asked out of the deal, I thought that that was a sinking ship
Yeah, no.
on TNA in my part.
Yeah. But I think having Cody be that champion, that's going to really
Yeah, that's going to put a lot of eyes on him too.
It'd be nice if they could get a TV deal.
I'd have to
somewhere.
imagine that they're getting close to
Yeah,
getting
because I
something.
mean they got the Ring Warriors with Lucas working with. They're going to be on WGN in about a month or two.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
With Austin Aries and those guys in Vegas.
Yeah, and I mean,
And that's
again,
another promotion coming up. That's going to be on national TV once a week
and
on a
putting
major
it,
cable network.
well, is it going to be like its own separate federation, or
think-
is that,
I
is
mean-
it going to be like Luke is there representing WildKat?
I'll
like
be honest, I don't know.
Austin
I mean,
Aries
y'all
is
know-
representing.
Yeah.
I
think he's
Ring
at,
of Honor or
yeah,
whatever,
I think
you
he's
know?
at TNA, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's one of the TNA champions.
Yeah.
Austin Aries, yeah.
I mean,
It seems like he changes. Right now, he's one of them who's jumping ship. It seems like every other week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly what's, I mean, Luke could answer those questions a hell of a lot,
Yeah.
easier than I could. But I'm just glad to see that's another promotion coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to be on a
Putting
major
more
cable network.
Yeah, putting
right.
more wrestling out there
Mhm.
that isn't just WWE.
Hey, you know what I love? It's an hour long.
Yeah.
It's an hour long. It's not like, dude, I can't sit through anything for 3 hours, bro.
And to do it every single week.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Every Monday, and then
And
do
you
it
got
again on
SmackDown
fucking
tomorrow.
the next day.
Jesus. I
Plus,
can't
if
imagine
you
being
follow-
a kid sitting there watching that.
Well, plus
today.
if you follow NXT,
Right.
like the 205 Live, the women, the Mae Young women's
Yeah.
challenge thing that they're doing right now,
yeah,
and
it's
I think they during WrestleMania weekend they did like another UK tournament.
Yeah.
They did another like NXT tournament.
Mm-hmm.
They've got all these different things to where, if all you did was watch WWE, you could fill up.
probably,
It feels like your entire
dude,
TV watching.
it's probably about close to 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Ring Warriors, and when you watch a Ring of Honor and our stuff, it's an hour long.
Yeah.
You get it, and then it's see you next week.
Right. Let's see. You also do a podcast.
Yeah, I do Booking the Territory with Mike Mills and Doc Turner. We do it twice a week. So
Well, something that I'd noticed is y'all started right around the same time that like Something to Wrestle, which has gained
Yeah.
a lot of legs, is a wrestling podcast.
dude, we got a lot
And
of people.
y'all have a lot
I know,
or very similar concept to
Yeah.
where y'all do like Smoky Mountain,
Yeah.
and like old,
Dude, that
you know,
Smoky
it's
Mountain
like
stuff
old
is
WCCW and old NWA stuff
Yeah.
back when it was like the Sunday night or Saturday nights on
the
TBS.
605 stuff.
Yeah,
Do y'all like kind of pick a topic and then just go with that?
Well, we used to. And we used to do like Raw and SmackDown. I was like, dude, I don't feel like watching this.
right.
And it's 3 hours long. And so we just started breaking down back then it was called World Championship Wrestling, the 605, and we just watch it episode by episode by episode on the network.
Yeah.
And we break it down. And we do the same thing with the Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised at how many people listen to it. It's like thousands of people.
That's a cool concept too.
Have y'all ever been approached by Cornette with relation to the Smoky Mountain?
Cornette's been on there once or twice. Yeah, he puts us over.
Nice.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's awesome to get the backing of a legend like that.
Yeah, because at first he thought like we were just breaking down Smoky Mountain, and he didn't realize we're doing it episode by episode by episode. And so, yeah, he's been on there, I think, twice. He's been on Booking the Territory.
Wow.
But the only bad thing about that is you know that sooner or later it's going to be over with. That's the only bad thing about it.
Yeah, because there's a definitive number of of episodes that they've done.
Exactly. Dude, you know, I've always wondered why the stuff on TBS was at 05, like the 605.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, and then I finally found out why they did that.
Okay.
Was because you remember back in the day when people had TV guides and in the TV focus?
Right.
Well, like at 6 o'clock, it would just be full of everything. And then at 6:05 would just be by itself. So it would stick out because it will be in its own time slot in the TV focus. And that's why they did that.
Huh.
And
Cool.
Yeah, I know, huh?
I can remember that, like this WCW Saturday night show. It would be 6:05, 7:05.
Everything was 05.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Brady Bunch comes on at 7:35.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they did that. I've always wondered that.
Yeah, I'd figured that was just, just like Raw 9 times out of 10. It's supposed to be a 3-hour show, but it's like a 3 hours and 6 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, that was their padding for maybe like from baseball or something like that, to where it always gave them
extra
an extra slot to where they could move stuff around, and somehow it would catch up. you know? So, y'all want to take a quick little break here? We'll come back and we'll talk about All In.
Let's go make out with some chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're outside.
So, stay tuned. We're gonna be right back with more of the N.O.W.
Today.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
You're more than welcome.
Again, I want to remind everybody, be sure to go check out the Revolution Rumble, October 6th.
That's right. Meisler
JD
Middle
Meisler.
School.
You can get tickets on WildKatSports.com.
That's right.
Harper will be in full effect there. I can guarantee that. Let's see. You can go to WildKat Sports and get y'all's merch.
Buy the T-shirts, man. Buy the hoodies.
Subscribe to y'all's Vimeo.
Yes. Don't be cheap.
You can watch WildKat every Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
On WUPL.
My 54.
My 54.
And Sundays at midnight.
Yeah, Sundays at midnight. Saturdays at 10. And be sure to follow WildKat on
all your social media.
Yeah, all your social medias.
Even MySpace.
Let's see, Booking the Territories again.
That's right.
You can go check out MikeMills.podbean.com.
Yeah, it's on podbean.com, Booking the Territory. It's me and Mike Mills and Doc Turner breaking down old school wrestling.
Be sure to follow Harper.
Follow me. But just don't message me like at 3 a.m. What are you doing? Question mark.
Unless you're Becky Lynch, right?
Yeah, unless you're Becky Lynch or Oscar.
So there are exceptions.
Yeah, that's cool.
Unless you're a very beautiful female.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And in that case, remember, the line is to the right, ladies. Again, be sure to buy your Hardbody Harper shirts.
Yeah, go buy the shirt on freaking ProWrestlingTees.com.
So, again, thank you so much for coming
man,
on.
thank
It's cool, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're always welcome here.
Oh, yeah?
Found your beer. He did find your beer.
He
earlier.
found the beer. He found the beer. So be sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/N.O.W show.
Yes.
Let's see, Twitter @N.O.W podcast. And
I think that's it, man.
yeah. So till the next show, thank you.